Hey guys, hope you've had a great week. It is Friday and I just wanted to sit down and film a little video for you. I know it's been a while, but I'm not even gonna get into excuses of why it's been so long for me, but I'm just happy to sit down and film a little for you. So I've already done my brows and I've already prepped my eyelids, and I'm gonna start off with my eyes first, like most of the time. But I'm starting with a new palette, which I'm really excited about, and the whole reason why I even wanted to film this video. I've tried out a lot of new looks and a lot of different things over the past few months, over the past summer, but I just haven't really had too much time or energy, honestly, to even sit down and film. But I just got the Goddess Glow Estee Lauder palette the other day, or yesterday, and I'm so excited. I just love these colors, and this is like exactly what I usually go for when it comes to eye looks and like the kind of tones. So I got inspired and I wanted to sit down and just film for you guys. There's a lot of other looks and things like that I would love to do, and I have a whole list of things that I've like been keeping tabs on from people telling me, I want to work on this, I want to look on this. I need to do a hair tutorial soon as well, but I'm actually going to Miss America next week to do hair and makeup, so I'm thinking that I will have a lot of extra time to kind of waste in the hotel room. So I think I'm going to be filming a lot next week, at least like bits and pieces, because I think it would be a great experience for me to be able to do that there, especially since I will kind of have some downtime during the day. So anywho, I'm going to shut up and I'm going to get started. So I haven't played around with this palette yet, so I don't even know what to expect, honestly. There are two mattes right here. There's this brown and then this, like, it's brown, it's like a chocolate dark deep brown, but I've been told that it gets like really like almost black looking, which is awesome. And then this brown shade is not as dark as it comes off to be, because it looks slightly intimidating, like, oh no, there's just two like dark browns. But the rest of the shades are either metallic or pearl, but it's so pretty. Okay, I'm gonna shut up. So I don't really know what kind of look I'm wanting, to be honest with you. So I'm just gonna, like I said, I already primed my eyes. I'm gonna go in with this brown and just like see. I don't know like how much product is about to come out or if it's gonna be buildable. I kind of hope it's buildable, because then I feel like this would be a really good palette to travel with, because it's like you can create a whole look just with this one palette. And I'm gonna attempt to do that, so here we go. Okay, some color right off the bat. Blending pretty easy. I feel like, just looking at this color, it's really pretty. I feel like this could be a palette that you could just travel with and not bring another palette, and just like create a whole eye look. And the only reason why I say that is, you know, usually I would love a lighter transition shade, like more like skin tone, for me personally, my skin tone. And then I wish that this shade was matte, but I feel like I always will bring bronzer with me, and then I'll always bring like a skin tone powder. So I feel like worst case scenario, I would just use like my bronzer as my transition shade, and then a like face powder as like a basically like either a highlight here or an all over like base, because that's what I did today. I just used like a base powder to set the rest of my eyes. So I feel like you could still travel with this, especially if you're going to be taking the rest of your makeup with you, because I will always have a bronzer with me and I'll always have a face powder. So anyhow, okay, let's add on a little bit more to this guy. It's actually like a really pretty brown. It's like not too cool tone, but not too warm tone either. It's like right in the middle. Sorry. really pretty. And I'm actually going to go in with a little bronzer. I know I said that I wasn't going to go in. I was going to try to just stay in this palette, but I'm going to go into a little bit of the Bronze Goddess bronzer just to like blend this out a little bit, because I don't want to put this dark brown all over my lid, but I feel like that's perfect right there. So if this is the only palette that you want to take with you for the weekend, you're just gonna have to plan, or at least would plan on using my bronzer as an eyeshadow, which I already do a good bit anyway. I kind of want to go into like a shimmer shade for the crease. I know in the past I'm like, you don't put shimmers in the crease, doesn't look great, that's not what you're supposed to do. But I've been kind of into that lately. I've been into more shimmers. I go through phases where I'm like, all mattes, all shimmers, meh. But I just dropped it. But this shade right here is just so freaking pretty. Let's see. Wow. There's a little bit of fallout, but honestly, I don't mind that because I just like dug into that, and so I'm gonna dust a lot of that extra off, and I'm just gonna put that, yeah. Oh, I love that type of color. I just want that all over. Wow, that's really pretty. I'm gonna take it and pat. Yeah. Oh, that is so pretty. And you know that's a good shimmer or metallic or whatever that color is when you can take it on a brush and it still looks that pretty. Because a lot of times with these colors or like types of finishes, you have to go in with your finger and pray that there's good impact, but that is just beautiful. And I love the shade. It's like a really warm brown, and I feel like it looks really good with like brown or green eyes. Honestly, that'd probably look pretty with any color eye, but oh, that's so pretty. So I am gonna go in with my finger to this shade right here. I just used that one. So I'm 3 shades in deep right now. So I am gonna go in with this, and the only reason why I'm taking my finger on this one is because I just want to plop that right in the center and just open up my eye a little bit more. Oh, that's so pretty. So that was like a really easy eye look just there. I'm gonna go in, I mean, I'm not done, but you know, that could be a finished eye look, but we're gonna go into a little bit more detail. I'm gonna go into this really light shade right here. Go right there. And I'm gonna take another brush and blend that out in a second. Little pencil brush like this and just kind of smooth that out so it's not like as like scary, you know? I've been really trying to get into more like natural looking makeup, which I know this is like a lot on the eyes, but like everything is just like as needed instead of like going heavy on everything, you know? Because I feel like I really have a tendency to do that. I put like the same amount or like too harsh. I don't even know if I'm making sense. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna shut up. I'm just trying to go a little bit more natural and not go as crazy. I'm gonna take this pencil brush right here and go into that dark shade. I'm really nervous about this one. I don't know why. I'm just gonna go, I wish you guys could see it like in person because it looks so much prettier than it does in that monitor. Or the monitor. LOL, I'm trying to pretend like I have a monitor. My cell phone. Oh, that's really pretty. Okay. Hold on. We're gonna bring this in. Please, like, ignore the rest of my face because it is... We're struggling, but it's fine. I get so caught up in actually putting the makeup on than explaining what I'm doing. But hopefully you can just see like where I'm placing it and how I'm doing it. You can kind of play along, you know? You know? Okay. So now I'm gonna go back in, like I know you can see it right there, there's just kind of like a line that needs to be blended out a little bit more. So I'm gonna just go back and I pretend like you can see what I'm doing. I'm going back in to my bronzer just a little bit and I'm lightly just blending that out. Okay. Wow, that palette is pretty. It's like really shimmery, which I like. I'm liking. I'm gonna go into Espresso. This is Estee Lauder brown pencil or eyeliner. Okay, so I just lined this eye super thin, but you can obviously tell a difference. And then I also did my waterline. For whatever reason, the light when I get too close is like, nah bro, I'm good, and I'm just gonna light you up. Okay, so my eyes are lined. I honestly did not have any fallout, so that's awesome. If anything, I just had like it too low, and that's on me, not on the palette. So I can't wait to see the wear time because that's beautiful. Especially if you're wanting like just it's so pretty, just like a really natural glam look. I'm going with the illuminator from Estee Lauder. So to be honest, I haven't really used this one a whole lot because I have really oily skin. It's like I'm like shining right now. I mean, I have serum and moisturizer and stuff on, but still like my skin is just so oily. So I haven't really used this one a whole lot. I would just like use it on my like super natural days or on my clients that do have really dry skin. And I mean, it's pretty, but I haven't really just used it. And the other day I was watching Tarte, who's like my favorite YouTuber, and she was saying, going through her primers that she loves, and she was talking about how this one is just like so beautiful and she loves it on her skin, and you know, it's just like a really subtle glow, but it's almost like the MAC strobe cream. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that is exactly what it is. It's so pretty. And I am noticing more and more pores and wrinkles the older I'm getting, so I just take a little bit of the smoother from Estee Lauder. I just put it in my forehead because that's where all my lines are, all my wrinkles are. And then I'll just take the excess, smooth it right in there. And you can also do this before your powder foundation too. I'm honey bronze right now in the Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation. And I just do like a little bit right there. And we're just gonna, like, I still have all these acne little zits, whatever it is. I don't know if it's a scar by now or not, but it's so frustrating. So we're gonna start by covering that up. Okay. Another thing that, looking back watching my videos, that I really used to be really bad about is putting so much concealer on. I need to fix that. So now I literally just do this, and that's my concealer. And if I need more, and some days I do, I add more. But it's so funny because I used to be so bad about, I mean, watching all these other YouTubers that are like pounding on the makeup, and maybe on their cameras like it does look good, but in real life I feel like it was so heavy. It was so much. I've really brightened around my eyes, and the only thing that I'm going to add a little bit more to is right here on my cheeks, because that's where my redness starts to peek through. Even though I'm going to put on like blush and stuff, I just like it to have an even base at least to put on and go from there. But I'm still like not even putting as nearly as much as I would used to. Then I'm going to take this extra right here. I'm just going to go down my nose. And sometimes I do this on my nose and sometimes I don't. It just kind of depends. I'll let that sit for a second. Another reason why I don't go in too hard with foundation anymore is because I've been, especially when I'm tan, I really like to go into my RCMA, which is already pretty full coverage, and I just go around the edges of my face where I know I'm gonna contour, and I just build that up right there and then blend it out. So again, that's like adding even more coverage, so it's like I don't have to go in that much with my foundation if I'm going to be layering it up so much, you know. So it's like that side of my face looks so much more carbs, this side looks so big, comparatively, you know. And then I'm gonna, there's a little bit of contour on here, so I'm just gonna lightly dust that off. Okay, so I will say about this brightening powder, something that I have noticed in pictures, if you put too much in one spot, it will flash back. That's why it's like super important to really go in lightly and drag it out to where you're not putting too much in one area, or else it will look white in pictures. I go into my Dermablend. I do try other like powders and stuff too, but these are just my favorites. I've been really into doing this. I can't remember if I did that in the last couple videos or not, but instead of using a brush, I've been pressing it in with a sponge. And I've been pressing it in more in areas that I'm not going to put my contour. So it's like right under my chin, or my contour region right there, because I know I'm about to put a lot of powder there anyway. So instead of putting more than what's needed, unless you have someone that's like really oily. Okay, so I'm gonna go into Hoola first. I'm just gonna put a little there because, you know, we already put the RCMA right there, so it's like we don't need too much or else it's just gonna look crazy. But just gonna set that area, little Hoola. And if you're tan, then I would recommend this, but, or if you have like some color, but if you're very pale, I wouldn't recommend this next step because you will look orange. This is the Matte Give Me Sun, and that's just gonna go in and bronze up the rest of my face. This one I'm definitely not as particular about. I'm actually going into an old palette, so forgive me, but it's a Estee Lauder Old Bronze Godess palette. Oops. And it's just like a peachy color blush. I'm just gonna tap that on. Going into my Bronze Godess highlighter. Okay, if I can open it. With my Morphe M501 brush. And we're just gonna go in and highlight. I don't know why I'm whispering, sorry. Now I do have a zit right there, so hopefully that is just not like totally making it more noticeable, but oh well. I'm just gonna go a little on the nose, a little bit there on the chin. I'm gonna put on lipstick. I don't really get the point of doing this because I feel like once you put on lipstick, unless you're doing it over the top of your lipstick, there's not any point, but whatever. I do it because everybody else does it, right? Okay. Now I'm gonna go back in with my Bronze Godess palette. And I'm gonna go into a little baby brush into this first little shade that I used as my highlight right there, and I'm just gonna put it right here. I'm gonna go in back into the brown. I'm gonna go right underneath. And this is where I wish that they had a transition shade again, but again, I would just go with my bronzer afterwards, after I do this step. I'm doing the Bronze Godess. You don't have to. You can use any bronzer that you like. I'm gonna go in. Then I'm going to go back in with the Espresso from Estee Lauder, and I'm just gonna, I'm not putting this in my waterline, I'm just putting it like right below where you would normally line your eye. And you can tell right here, it's just, it makes a big difference. It just makes it pop a little bit more because there's that dimension there. Now for some mascara, and I'll put on some lashes and I'll be right back. Okay, so lashes are on, mascara is on, and I'm gonna go in with a little nude lip liner from Estee Lauder. Okay, so I just kind of filled in my lips with that too. And now I'm gonna go in with Raw Sugar from Estee Lauder. First time I'm using it. Okay, so I'm gonna put on this gloss from Estee to top it off, and it's called Seductive Honey. It smells so good. And this is the look, guys. What do you guys think? Oh my gosh, I love this palette. I feel like these eye colors make my eyes look so green instead of brown. Oh, they're so pretty. Yeah, I'm gonna be using this a lot. I think I'm gonna take this next week with me to Miss America because that's so pretty. And I mean, I used a lot of the shimmers, but it blended so well. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop talking about my eye makeup now, but I really like this palette. Yeah, if you guys have any questions about anything, let me know. I'm going to put everything I used in the description box just so you guys have it. You can only get this at Ulta, and you can only get Raw Sugar at Ulta. Everything else is either Ulta or Sephora or like a department store. Anywho, I hope you guys enjoyed this look, and I enjoyed being back in front of the camera and being able to kind of talk to you guys and explain some fun looks that I've been wanting to try out. So I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I will hopefully see you guys really soon. Thanks, guys.